What's going on, Capricorn? How are you doing? Hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be your reading for the rest of November 2024. So in this reading, Capricorn, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy for the rest of the month. We're going to take a look at some things you do not see coming. We're also going to get some advice from your angels and spirit guides for you regarding the rest of November 2024. So before we begin this reading, as always, I do want to take a moment to let you know that you are very welcome here in this space with me as we go through this reading. And I really do appreciate you in advance, Capricorn, for taking the time to check this reading out. Now, if this general reading does happen to resonate with you, definitely smash that like button, subscribe down below if you have not already for future updates. I would also really appreciate that as well. And if you're interested in getting exclusive tarot readings and also astrology workshops from me, where we can talk about all the stuff that we cannot discuss on YouTube, then consider joining the Mystic Mastermind school below. It will be in the description box below and you won't regret it. So I hope to see you on the inside. But either way, let's go ahead and get into this reading and see what is coming your way for the rest of November. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Capricorn. All right, Capricorn, let's go ahead and see what we got going on here for you. Overall, there's definitely an uplifting, fiery energy to this month, although there's definitely something here getting you down emotionally that Spirit is saying you're going to have to process and let go of. So it's weird, on the surface level, there's definitely a lot of good things happening in your life. There's definitely a lot of abundant choices where you want to place your passion. There's a lot of possibilities coming into your life as a cycle closes out, and there's going to be a breakthrough on the other side that leads to a lot of commitment. I'm seeing a lot of new collaborations and financial independence, but there definitely is a situation of a win-lose situation that is causing you negative emotion, I feel, or that Spirit's asking you to deal with. There's definitely an element of the haves and the have-nots, or positive synchronicity amidst negative synchronicity. And it's kind of a two-way street where you may be witnessing people go through hardships. There may be someone close to you going through a hardship that you're going to have to release or help them or let go of in some sort of way. But I don't know. Before we get into the tarot, let's go ahead and start this reading off with some pre-shuffled oracle cards from the universe. And these oracle cards contain the energy that you need more of and for this month. And the first one is completion. And this is like the world card. So there's one puzzle piece that you've needed for a long time that is actually going to be put into place here in November 2024. So now your puzzle is basically complete, or the universe is saying that you're one piece away from being complete. So it's an end to a cycle. This is the energy you need more of to finish something. And now for some of you, this actually may be a relationship that has been causing you immense amounts of pain and inner strife and inner turmoil that may need to come to a conclusion in the external world, but you don't want to let it go for some sort of reason. Like, it's almost like there's this one completion that you've been waiting to plug into the puzzle, because you're like, I don't know what's on the other side of this. Once I plug this in, this whole chapter's done. And now I'm into the unknown. Why am I going to do that? But the universe is saying if you don't do that, you're actually going to line yourself up with pain, and you're going to limit yourself of possibilities, because the next energy that you need more of is possibilities. And as one door closes, another one opens. But the question is, will you close that door or not? That's up to you. Will you complete this cycle or not? That's up to you. But there is a lot of possibilities here on the other side of whatever you got, whatever you're wrapping up here, because it does seem like you're wrapping up a cycle that you've been in a part of for a really long time. And I feel like there's, Spirit is saying that you can process this pain and you don't have to stay in it forever. There's definitely going to be a completion that will cause you a certain amount of emotional disharmony, but then it's basically you moving on very quickly. I actually do get this frequency of whatever it is, whatever hardship that you are facing in Capricorn in November 2024 may have some relation to 2022, because I said that you actually will be able to break through and bounce back very fast from whatever loss or from whatever you have to cut your ties to. It's not going to affect you as much as your mind might make you fear it will. You'll be okay. You're a Capricorn. We're tough. You know what I mean? So you're going to be okay no matter what happens. But the energy that you need more of is possibilities, and then you also need breakthrough. So as one door closes, as you complete this cycle, there's going to be new possibilities and the possibility for you to break through. Now, for those of you in a happy relationship, I see there being something being put right where your own love life and your own passion for your partner is just going to explode. If you are a Capricorn that's going through a breakup or you're single, I see you processing something and then actually being able to have a lot of different choices. The energy you need more of is possibilities. And I'll show you why that's actually lining up really well, because in your overall general energy, Capricorn, you have the Queen of Wands, the Lovers, and also the Hierophant. So I feel if you for those of you that are in a happy relationship right now, I think that once some part of your life gets complete, you're actually going to be able to have so many possibilities with your partner to maybe travel, to do things that you never could have done before because this one thing wasn't complete. This may be some person that has been orbiting your life that has been causing confusion within your relationships that is now letting go. So if you're already in a relationship, I see the commitment getting taken to a next level, but you may have to decide, like, is this going to be a soulmate thing, or are we going to like tie the knot and get married? For others of you, if you're a single Capricorn, or if you're letting go of a relationship, there may be a bounce back. For some of you Capricorns that are going through a breakup right now in November, or for some of you Capricorns that are single, I see there a new fiery relationship coming in very quick for you, that it may actually, for some reason I'm getting it, it's like it's not going to be that hard for you to choose. Like, you're going to know the right one. And for many of you, this may have to do with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius person, or someone who's just very authentic, I feel. Someone who doesn't care what people think about them, but in a positive sense. But there's definitely something that you're letting go of really strongly. And speaking of that, your opportunity for this month is the 8 of Wands. So this is something that, what it's telling me is that you don't have to let go of it, but you know that you will regret it if you hold on. There's some sort of relationship in your life, and let me just skip around to this advice. Your advice is the Hermit, the 10 of Wands, and the 5 of Cups. So there's something that the universe has been saying, hey, it's been on your mind. You know that something has not been right. And now the universe is saying the advice is to take the L and to turn it into something beneficial, to turn it into something beautiful, amazing. Because the 10 of Swords in your advice is to completely end something, probably a conflict situation that has put you in your head very strongly. And then you have the 5 of Cups in reverse, which is someone could really be upset about this ending. I feel that many of you are such empaths that as you decide to clear space in your life and as you complete a cycle that is your birthright to complete, and you move on to possibilities that it is your birthright to move on to, There's going to be certain energy that doesn't know how to process it, and that may rub off on you. You may have to work through your own emotional processes to process something very quickly, very dramatically. But definitely give yourself the space to process the emotion. I just more sense it as... I sense it as like an energy that you're attached to that's not really you, that's going to be shaken up as a result of this completion in your life. So, like I said, your opportunity is the Eight of Wands. Excuse me, the Eight of Cups, which is about moving on from something that does satisfy you, but not in a way that is actually worth it for you to stick around. So you're moving into the unknown, you're moving into the possibilities here. But you're first going to have to let go of something that you clearly do value, or else there wouldn't be this level of pain attached to it, right? Your advice is that there's going to be a certain level of maturity. This is all about Virgo energy. There could be a Virgo that you're letting go of, but there also could be something to do with deep reflection that then causes you to let go of something. I think that would be the advice, and to allow your emotional world to be flipped upside down temporarily, because your challenge is the Nine of Cups. And this is what I was mentioning earlier about there could be a level of synchronicity that involves one person winning and one person losing. Your challenge is that there can only be, you can either make yourself suffer by sticking around a situation, or you can choose to be the one that gets happy, but it's challenging for you to put yourself first at this time, or it's challenging for you to do things to put the people that you truly care for first. There could be something with that, but we're gonna have to see. It's also interesting to me that the Eight of Cups leads right into the Nine of Cups, so your opportunity leads right into your challenge, and that's an interesting thing. Your opportunity leads right into your challenge. So you may have to temporarily walk into a negative synchronistic situation. But ultimately, like I said, on the surface level, overall, you have a lot of options. And for the single Capricorns out there, I do feel like as soon as you complete something, there's going to be new possibilities that open up. The energy that you need more of is possibilities, and it's very similar to this Lover's card where there's two choices, or some of you may have many options in love and friendship at this time, but there's something that's going to sting here, is what I feel. Now, in what you don't see coming also, you have the Eight of Wands, you have the Three of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles here. So in what you don't see coming, there's a lot of new collaborations and a lot of new business things that are going to lead to financial independence for you. So on the surface here, in what you don't see coming, there's actually a lot of good stuff coming to you in terms of collaborations, new projects that you're working on that actually lead to fruit here. And it could happen all very quickly this month, potentially in accordance or in relation to the degree that you can complete a cycle. For a lot of you, I feel like this completion is going to happen around the middle of of November, or even it has happened recently, or it will happen. But here's the tricky part. Why is everything on the surface so great? Why is everything on the surface so great? Everything in the overall energy is so great. New possibilities you're completing. But it seems like whatever you're completing, though, there is some real negativity associated with the completion of this cycle in your life. And it may be something that really stings some people. You may have to the advice here is that if your better judgment is calling you to end something that lets people down, I do feel like your challenge is maybe to not be super selfish. There's a challenge here of the Nine of Pentacles, which has to do with individual fulfillment. It's also interesting to me, though, that in what you don't see coming, you have the Nine of Pentacles. So on the one hand, I feel for many of you that it's about putting yourself first, about putting your own desires and breakthroughs and possibilities first, and having to taste someone could feel quite betrayed by you here. You could also be having to heal the confusion of feeling betrayed by someone. I do feel like that's what this is about. This is a completion cycle of some sort of narcissistic, codependent dynamic in your life that you're actually healing at this time. So there's a lot of good things coming to you, but I'm telling you, someone is going to feel the sting of this completion in your life. And for many of you, it is you. It's a two-way street, but for many of you, this is not necessarily you. And you're going to come out on the side where the only thing that you're going to have to really worry about is like, damn, that must hurt that person. You know, that must, and because you're such an empath, of course you're going to go into it, but you can't afford to give your life away to that. So whatever you're completing, there's clearly some sort of drama associated with it. The part that I'm confused by is, why are you coming out as the Hierophant, the Queen of Wands, the Lovers, the Three of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, the Eight of... Everything's happening so fast and breaking through, and you're having all these new possibilities. Well, perhaps then, whatever it is that you've been holding on to, that you've been in your head about, that for some reason you couldn't let go, that when you finally do complete the cycle, maybe you start to realize that, holy crap, the only thing that was holding me back from these possibilities and this breakthrough was the thing that I was in my head about, that I couldn't let go of, that I knew I should have let go of, that I didn't let go of, and now I'm in all this pain. Okay, so there's all this new positive stuff coming through for you, but you're first going to have to go through a completion. Like I said, that I feel like people are going to be happy about it, people are going to be upset. There's not a lot of neutrality in this reading. You know, the energy you need to focus on is possibilities. Every action that you take affects other people, and I feel like there's going to be a lot of people that are just like shocked by what you do, by what you commit to, by how you handle your business. There could even be people that are like completely heartbroken about how you handle your business in November 2024. Take it as it resonates, leave what doesn't. Let's clarify why the Eight of Cups is in your opportunity. The Eight of Cups in your opportunity is clarified by the World, the King of Wands, and the Two of Wands. The energy you need more of is the Two of Wands, right? The possibilities card coming about again. Your opportunity is to weigh your options. You have a risky option in front of you. You have a safer option behind you. But the World card, and what are the chances that, you know, it's like a double whammy? This is the energy that you need more of. These guys are the same cards. The same cards, completion and possibilities. Your opportunity is completion and then possibilities, and it's you have the Queen of Wands in your overall general energy. Your opportunity, you have the King of Wands. So I feel that this whole cycle that you're completing here, that you're choosing to let go of, that's somehow going to lead to chaos for someone, or even for you, someone that you're related to. When you decide to let it go, you're going to have all these fiery possibilities and genuine authenticity. I feel like there's something that's inauthentic about you that you haven't been letting go of. Or there's one last piece to your own authenticity that it could be struggle. That's why it could cause negative synchronicity at first. You know, there could be a lot of like weirdness around you that you're experiencing, that other people are flipping out about, trying to make you the bad person, or trying to make you wrong for trying to do something good. That's what I feel here. That's why it's almost like maybe it doesn't affect you, because you're like, I know who I am, I know my intentions. Nothing's perfect. Our plans don't often work. Our fans have backfiring energy that we're not in control of. But you need to focus on what you're doing right here. I feel like the universe is saying to not get caught up in guilt, to know your heart, to know your head, to know who you are, and don't let people define that for you. Because I feel like if you don't complete this, it's almost like people can define you a certain way without your input. Let's just clarify the Hierophant in your overall general energy, actually, because I do feel like the Hierophant's clarified by the Hierophant and the Queen of Pentacles. So there's definitely a commitment coming your way here, and there could be some sort of new traditions in your life coming your way. There could be new financial abundance coming in your life. That's definitely happening. And what you don't see coming, the Nine of Pentacles to the Three of Pentacles. And now this is here in your overall general energy. You could be you could find someone here, especially if you're a single Capricorn, or if things have been going well in your relationship. I feel like you're on your way to finding someone who wants you just as bad as you want them. Now, for some of you Capricorns that have been struggling with a situation that's been hanging on by a thread, there's a certain level of imbalance here. I feel like your challenge is to realize that someone was putting themselves first. Maybe for some of you, you know what I honestly feel, Capricorn? For those of you dealing with a very negative situation, That's Spirit's saying that cut it off. I feel like for those of you dealing with that, it's to look at how both of you were selfish in the relationship. This is a message for the Capricorns that are struggling within a one-to-one intimate relationship. Could be family, probably more than that, like a lover type situation for most of you. It's to look at this relationship didn't work because maybe both of you were putting each other first. Either there wasn't that collaboration. But for many of you, it could just be the person you were dealing with was very selfish here, or is very selfish, causing to negative synchronicity in your life. But there seems to be a counterbalance to this. Like as I tune into the frequency in my body of this reading, I'm getting like an elated, I'm getting an ecstasy. So not everything that falls apart is a bad thing. You know what I mean? And this isn't your advice, is to clearly let go of something here. And for those of you that are in a happy relationship, then this is some sort of other thing that has been disturbing your relationship that you're going to be letting go of. But ultimately here, Capricorn, there's a lot of new commitment, a lot of new money coming in for you. For some of you, you're going to realize just as quick as you let go of the thing that's been anchoring you to this negative vibration, that quick it will come to you. And you're going to be like, what? So it's maybe this whole completion thing. And yeah, it's just something about, as I said, that hopping out on this advice is the Six of Pentacles, having to do with giving and receiving. If you've been giving and giving and giving and giving and getting nothing, then you make a judgment that, I need to move on, and this energy leaves your life. That's why I don't know why this is not stinging you. Like if you're a Capricorn and you're listening to this, I don't think that you are the one that is going to be shaken up by this. Now, for some of you, you may be. But for most of you, you're actually not the one shaken up by this. And you're just getting all these opportunities coming to you quickly. So for many of you, it's going to be a reading where it's like, I was dealing with this weird narcissistic person that once you let it go, it's just going to be like, bam, possibilities and breakthrough. You can move in any direction you want. It's going to be feeling like you had like a donut on your bat. You take it off and you just swing it faster. And part of this was meant to happen at this time. So whatever you're actually letting go of, I think it's going to be more so other people's energy that is maybe concerned for you and you're not concerned for yourself. Or there's some, you know what, let's just clarify that Nine of Wands in your challenge, and then we're going to all right, there's something to do with this Queen of Wands energy now. You could have been dealing with, the Nine of Pentacles is clarified by the Empress and the Justice card here. The Empress and the Justice card here. I feel like there's an energy here in your reality of someone who is maybe holding back their best version, or something for those of you that are already in a happy relationship. Then there's been a third party interfering that is now exiting, that you're going to be like, oh, that was the effing problem. Okay, now it's all good. By the end of November, you're going to be good. But for others of you here, what this is about, if you're letting go of a relationship, is someone's just being selfish. Someone's showing up as a Queen of Wands and not the Empress, or a King of Wands and not the Emperor. Take it as it resonates for you. But there's justice. Your challenge is that there's justice coming to your abundance. There's justice coming to your relationships. But someone is taking a massive L, though. I don't think it's... For many of you Capricorns, you may have already been through the L. For others of you Capricorns, like someone is taking an L, and I don't really think it's you. I think something is being restored to your life in a way that your physical mind will feel like this. Once it happens, you're going to be like, oh my effing God. But first, you're going to have to put that puzzle piece in. The question is, I also think that this is just something beyond your control, because the energy is so overwhelmingly positive in the overall general energy and in what you don't see coming. Then in your advice, you have this. So live and let be. With that being said, I hope this reading helped.